Today on the Wedding Planning Podcast, we're exploring the beautiful world of bridesmaids dress shopping with Lulu's senior buyer, Cher Irlandez. Cher has been with Lulu's for 5.5 years, and she recently got married in her hometown of Las Vegas. So her experience in the fashion industry as both a developer and a buyer, along with her own bridal journey, has given Cher a really unique and well-rounded perspective that I am so excited to share with you today. Today's show is a complete guide to setting you up for a successful online bridesmaid dress shopping experience, including professional styling ideas, creating a cohesive visual palette with mismatched bridesmaids dresses, and so much more. And also make sure you stick around until the end of the show where we reveal some really fun insights on 2025 wedding trends to be on the lookout for. Here's Cher.
We try to create a one-stop destination for her so she can fulfill all of her bridal needs.
I love it. And one of the most frequently asked questions/topics that I receive from listeners has to do with bridal party dresses, specifically shopping online, which has become so popular in the past couple of years. And I know that this is something that Lulu's really, really excels in. So if you could walk us through some of your top tips for online bridesmaids dress shopping, we would love to hear all of that straight from the mouth of an expert.
Oh, I love that. Of course. So at Lulu's, I think one of our biggest things is that shopping online is so easy. If you have bridesmaids from all different locations, it's so great to have a place where you can select so many different types of dresses for so many different body types. We have a filter that you can use to differentiate color, style, and fabric, even neckline styles, sleeve lengths, hem lengths. I think one of our greatest features on our site is our Bridal Concierge, which is located on our subsite on our big Lulu site, and then we have a subsite for just Lulu's weddings. And on that subsite, you can locate Bridal Concierge, where they can actually help you coordinate an entire bridal order to make the process really easy, stress-free. You can place the dresses you need on reserve. And then you can ensure your dresses don't sell out. They actually put a hold on the dresses, and they can actually help you put together a whole collection if you're struggling with coming up with mismatch type of collections you want to do for your bridesmaids, or struggling with color palettes, things like that. Um, I think what's really great about having a digital store for all of these types of needs is that you can coordinate Pinterest boards, mood boards, and work that in with the rest of your bridal party to make sure you guys are all aligned and making sure these colors are something that all of you love and would look good on different types of people. So I just think there's so much to do that you can do with online shopping when it comes to creating a bridal party look and collection. And I think it's also great too because we have a 21-day return policy. So if you do work a little closer in to your date, we still have all of those styles that you can still put together and not work so far ahead, and you can kind of still build it into the aesthetic of the wedding vibe you're going for.
That's great. And I'll be sure to have links for all of this in the show notes and also on our website. Personal story, my sister actually, we used bridal party dresses from Lulu's. Funny enough, we had no idea that the wedding concierge, we didn't even know there was a wedding arm to Lulu's. So
Yeah.
we filtered by color and we all chose blush pink and we all wore a slightly different style, but we just did it completely piecemeal. And I will say, to speak to the quality and the ease of the site in general, we had girls in 4 different locations. We all wound up with the same color and we all did love our dresses. We did take advantage of the return policy and we ordered a couple different sizes, a couple different styles each, and had kind of like a digital try-on party with all of us together from different parts of the country. It was really fun though, and it
I
worked out.
absolutely love hearing
It
that.
worked out awesome. I'll share pictures of all of us too, because it turned out like better than I would have imagined it could, given that we were shopping online from all different locations.
That is something we love to hear at our company. I mean, we've actually heard a lot of those type of stories across different customers. If you go to our site, we have so many customer reviews on all these dresses where you get to see pictures of different bridesmaids wearing all their dresses together with the bride. So everything that you just explained there is just everything that we try to achieve in terms of service, ease of shopping when it comes to shopping on our site and putting together a collection. And just we want to make it as fun and easy and just carefree as possible.
Definitely. And I think the thing that made it so easy was that the shipping turnaround was super fast, number one. And then number two, the ease and comfort of knowing that we had the flexibility to order a couple of different styles and sizes just to really make sure that things worked out the best possible for everybody. And then we had a couple of girls get some minor alterations done. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think your sizing is extra small through extra
Extra
larges.
large.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it's not numbered sizing. So there were a couple of minor alterations that had to be done at the end of the day, but yes, it was I rave. I rave about
Oh, I
Lulu's. I love
love that.
it.
We love to hear that. We love our customers. We love hearing stories. I can't, for over the past 5.5 years that I've worked here, I think anytime I tell people that I work at Lulu's, they have a story, especially in weddings. Even my own sister-in-law and even myself, before I even, she was part of our family, she actually told me, she was like, I bought all my dresses from Lulu's for, um, for all of her events as well. So it's so great to hearing from real customers about all of their experiences.
Definitely. And then if you could walk us through some of your ideas on styling for mismatched bridesmaids dresses, if that's patterns or colors or styles or all of it, like what are some of your tips for how to do that in an effective visual way?
Yes, this is a huge trend that's happening in bridesmaids, and it's really exciting to see because we're kind of veering away from that traditional one color, one style, one look. I think it's a really exciting time for bridesmaids to play with different types of dresses and fabrications, prints, and going the mismatch route is really great because the pictures just pop off, and you can really see that there's just so much fun just through the collections that these brides put together for their bridal parties. So my advice when putting together a mismatch collection in bridesmaids is color palette being your number one key to putting together a collection. You want to make sure that there's cohesion throughout the dresses. So if you're going for brighter pastels because your wedding is in spring and you're mixing solids and florals, then it's important to make sure the ground colors in the print play well off each other. So for those wearing florals, they should be in subdued colors like light blue, pale yellow, and blush. It really allows the print to shine through. And then if you're choosing a mismatched theme of solids and florals, then I suggest that the prints are similar in scale. So for example, if you're doing a larger scale floral, that should be throughout the entire collection for all the girls that are wearing the floral prints. You don't want to mix a small ditzy floral dress mixed with a large scale floral. It creates a very distracting look, and it doesn't provide cohesive looks throughout. So you also want to add in some solids and mixing in some punchy colors to play off these fun prints can actually liven up the assortment. So you can actually do really bright colors in hot pink, chartreuse, and mango mixed in with these more elaborate floral prints that are mixed in throughout your bridal party. One more thing to add in is just jewelry, shoes, and hair accessories, and even hairstyles and makeup can also create that cohesion in a mismatched collection. So you can also just have some girls in a half up half down hairstyle, or maybe a matching red lip, doing some drop earrings that all the girls are wearing, or just putting in a little more uniform items just to create more cohesion through the mismatched collection.
That's such great advice. And then, I mean, another reason why the mismatch is such a no-brainer is that we all naturally are just different sizes, different shapes, different shades, different skin tones. And when you do that mismatch, you really allow all of your bridal party members to shine and to kind of highlight the asset that they feel is, their best shining asset, if whether it's like a neckline thing or just a height thing, maybe even your skin tone, you want to match your dress. So if you're choosing an off-color dress and you're making 8 girls all fit into it and shine and feel beautiful in it, that's a lot harder to do than it is when you give your bridal party some freedom to kind of choose and be creative and let themselves shine in their own way.
I couldn't agree more. I think it's a big ask to um, have everyone just wear the same thing and feel confident with what they're wearing. You want your bridesmaids to shine through. You want them to look happy through those photos and excited about what they're wearing. I think for me too, when I'm asked to be a bridesmaid, I want to be able to wear that dress again. To be honest, like I love when I can get multiple uses out of my dresses, and I love when I don't have to break the bank to buy the dress. And I think that's something that we pride ourselves in is just being attainable luxury and having a sharp price point for all of our bridesmaid dresses where it's very easy to kind of do all these mismatched looks and have everyone just pick something that they feel very sexy and confident wearing.
This is kind of a more granular question, but as we're kind of conceptualizing a mismatch situation, how do we start that? Would you loop in your wedding concierge at the very beginning in terms of giving your bridesmaids options? How many options should we provide? Like how much freedom should you offer at the outset here?
I personally like to start with a mood board. I think it's so important to kind of get your vibe, put together things that you particularly like, and start from there, kind of create an aesthetic that is relatable to your bridal party and that that's easily approachable for everyone. So I personally like to start, well, I got married recently, so I can kind of give you more background on how my process was. But I created a mood board, an aesthetic, colors that I loved, and then worked that with the venue and kind of tied it all in. And then from there, I was able to create a color palette, give that color palette to the bridesmaids. And from there, you can actually um, build out an assortment and build out the type of dresses you're thinking, whether they're full maxi flowy chiffon dresses or if it's more of a bodycon velvet maxi dress that you're looking for. Or maybe it is the mix of florals and solids, depending on the scenery of your venue. And then tying in the bridal concierge when you're ready with your mood board and the colors you're thinking, they're there to help you with every step of the way and kind of help you put together the collection. But I personally think that starting with a 4 to 5 color palette is key. And it just kind of hones in on what you can offer and just kind of make sure that everyone feels good about the color palette and what they're wearing. And it really just makes it more fun and collaborative.
Great advice. And then you've touched a couple of times on the venue, and I just feel so passionately that your venue is really the centerpiece of every other decision you make regarding your wedding. And bridesmaids' dresses are no exception, but I think that can be overlooked a lot. So, can you talk more about kind of choosing bridesmaids' dresses to match your venue and the vibe of your overall event and how important that is and how to kind of approach that?
Yes, of course. Choosing bridesmaid dresses to match the venue and vibe. Of course, flowy maxi dresses particularly work better in a beach setting since you will get that lovely ocean breeze. I've been working a lot with organza tencels and other lightweight chiffons that just look beautiful when they're shot in an outdoor scenery. I think that working with fabrics is actually one of the big key things here because I think people kind of hold themselves to more of the traditional chiffon and satin, but there's a whole world of fabrications that we actually offer and pride ourselves in quality in terms of putting together these dresses. So there's so many other things like jacquards and velvets during winter time for a fall or winter wedding that are so great to use because they actually offer a thicker base. So bridesmaids can stay warm in what they're wearing, but they actually offer such beautiful floral prints in these fabrications. They're for velvets, they're usually pretty stretchy, so they can actually fit to a lot of bodies. And they're just comes in they come in so many different colors and the colors really pop off these fabrications because they're so woven into the fabric and you can actually see all these prints pop off in photos and really create a beautiful aesthetic. I think that also having more of a tropical venue in summer and let's say that your venue has more greenery and palm trees and things like that, that we actually have a lot in LA, but it's so great to actually using lighter weight chiffons and organzas and organza tencels, which just flow beautifully and actually also have beautiful prints offered. And from there, you can actually do a mismatch collection as well, where you can do a lot of punchy colors to match with the floral prints because those punchy colors would look so great in a beautiful greenery background and you can actually play off of the venue itself.
Beautiful. And then, in addition to considering the venue as you choose these bridesmaids' dresses, we also want to compliment the bride, of course, in her wedding dress. So, what are some things to think about as you're looking to not necessarily coordinate with the wedding dress itself, but just to make sure that you're complementing that wedding dress, not overshadowing it, all of that?
Yes, of course. The bride is the star, so we always want her to shine. For bridesmaids, I think it's just making sure that you have the right vibe and aesthetic, and that cohesion is showing throughout. I think having someone who is in one floral print dress and then the rest are in solids can be really distracting and actually take away from the bride because there's only one person in a floral print dress. I think having too many punchy colors that are not paired with pastels or pastel florals can actually be really distracting from the bride. So the bride is always the star. We want to make sure that she feels beautiful and she's surrounded by love and all of her best friends. And we just want to make sure that the aesthetic that she's going for plays into the same vibe for the bridesmaid dresses. So if she's going for more of a sexy bodycon form-fitting wedding dress, let's make sure that the that our bridesmaids are kind of going in that same vein and maybe theirs are more of a bodycon mermaid form-fitting dress as well, but more in subdued colors or more in dark and moody colors to kind of play off and make her shine.
We're kind of moving this direction. Wedding dresses are also available through Lulu's as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, our we have, like I said, on our bridal subsite, Lulu's Weddings, we have a whole area just for the bride. What's really exciting is that it's not just for her wedding dress. We also offer her her second look or even her third look, which is the after party, which is also so exciting. And then we also have another category on our actual site called Day Party. And in that day party, you can actually find more dresses for rehearsal dinners, for bridal showers, bachelorettes. We really cater to the bride herself. She is our main customer, and we always want to make sure we're offering something for all of her her life's moments. So she's always in the forefront of our mind when we're creating our assortments. I think when we think of the bride, we know that there's not just one bride out there that fits into one aesthetic. There's a bohemian bride, there's a sexy bride, there's a more classic minimalist bride, and there's a more sweet bride. So we also cater to all of those aesthetics as well. And those are basically our profiles that we want to make sure that we're filling into when we create these dresses. And when we offer them to her, we want her to feel very included in what she's looking for and make sure that she has everything that she needs for all of her exciting moments in her journey.
You make it so easy. I mean,
Oh,
this could
that's
be
good.
it could be a one-stop shop if you're someone who, I mean, I consider myself to be very like low maintenance on the shopping front.
Mhm.
Um, and if you just want to make it easy, this is an easy way to go to one spot to get your wedding dress, to work with someone who can set you up to complement that dress with a bridesmaid suite of dresses, with your rehearsal dinner dress, with your engagement party dress. And again, I'm raving because even before Rachel had reached out to me, I literally have like 12 Lulu's dresses in my closet, and I have worn them to weddings and baby showers and parties with my girlfriends and cocktail parties. Like, I love them.
I
I
can't tell
really,
you how happy that makes me to hear because we pride ourselves so much in catering to not just the bride and her bridesmaids, but every woman and all the events that she has in her life with her friends. And we just want to make every woman feel very special in what she's wearing and to not feel like she has to break the bank to afford something that is super fancy or anything. We're attainable luxury here, and we really keep that in mind. I mean, you keep coming back because of what we offer and our assortments. And I think what's really great is that we hold ourselves to such a high standard in terms of quality, fit, and the execution of all of our items that we offer on the site.
and you do a great job. So
Oh, that's great.
thank you for what you're providing. It makes it easy for someone like me who, again, I don't necessarily want to go to the mall and go to 14 different stores and try a bunch of stuff on. But when I go on your site, I do know the neckline that fits me. I know the general silhouette that fits me. I know the size that fits me. And it just makes it easy to order a dress that is going to come, that's super affordable, by the way. That's another huge highlight point here. These are not multiple $100 dresses. These are very affordable dresses. And to be able to get shoes and accessories and jewelry, everything on one site is pretty unheard of for me. And again, that's saying a lot because I'm not a big shopper. I'm not someone who wants to go to the mall and spend 6 hours trying to find something. I just want to go on and get it and know that it's going to make me feel comfortable and beautiful, and we're done.
Oh, I absolutely love hearing that. That warms my heart so much because of just how much work we put into just striving for our customers and making sure that they have just a one-stop shop, like you said, in terms of just looking for exactly what they need and getting a full outfit and not having to just spend so much money because we really just strive for the best and offer the best.
Well, you guys, again, you do a very good job of it. So thank you.
Thank you.
And then as we wrap up here, we had a couple of things that we didn't touch on, new wedding trends, guest color palettes. Is there anything else that you want to highlight? I'll just kind of turn it over.
Yeah, some new wedding trends that we're actually seeing right now coming in the next couple years. I think wedding guest color palettes is actually something that we're seeing happen and actually show up in a lot of wedding trends. So I actually have gone to a wedding where all the guests and including the bride and groom were wearing all white, which I thought was super cool and exciting. And I think it was in Miami, so I was like, this is so Miami. This is so great. I bought my outfit from Lulus because we offer so much white. And so it was so easy to find an outfit for it. But having a seeing a wedding where everyone was wearing the same thing was actually so beautiful. The photos with the beautiful Miami background, I can't even tell you. It was illuminating. And then also, we've been also seeing a lot of short wedding dresses, more more so in the second and third look, which I think is really exciting. And just giving her a way of just like having more looks and not just be honed into just one. And she can just have some fun in the reception and have a way to just freely dance. And then having an after party look as well is really exciting. I actually did all of those things as well for my own wedding last month. And then also non-white wedding dresses. I think people are playing around with color and not feeling so traditional in the sense of they have to wear the white dress. I think wearing blush or even a pop color, as I've seen some brides do, is really cool. And it's a way of just going the untraditional route and being having some fun with just being different.
I want to close today's show with a huge thank you to Cher and the entire team at Lulus. As I said multiple times during our conversation today, I personally love this brand and I really respect their overall quality and value. So to host them on this episode and share it with you is a complete joy. I do hope you'll visit the brand new Lulus Bridesmaids dress collection that I have linked in the show notes. And I hope you find something you love. And I'll say quickly at the end here, even if you're not in the market for bridesmaids dresses, you can find anything and everything that you're shopping for at Lulus, whether it's accessories, shoes, dresses for a bachelorette party, a bridal shower, birthday parties, baby showers. I literally have a closet full of Lulus dresses and I absolutely love them. And with that, thank you for tuning in today. Cheers until next time.